All right, let's talk about something huge. We're going to tackle one of the biggest myths out there about the modern workforce. We're talking about how you can break into the super exciting, fast-paced world of tech, but without having to write a single line of code. Yep, you heard that right. Let's get into it.
So let me ask you this. When you picture a job in tech, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Is it, these super complex programming languages, endless lines of code scrolling down a screen, and this feeling that you absolutely must have a computer science degree just to even get a foot in the door?
Well, if you said yes to any of that, you are definitely in good company. I mean, that's a huge misconception. The reality? The tech industry is this massive, sprawling ecosystem, and it has a powerful and growing need for people with all sorts of skills. And guess what? A lot of them have absolutely nothing to do with programming.
Okay, so first up, let's just bust this myth wide open. The idea that tech is only for coders. We're going to see just how diverse the opportunities really are.
And right after that, we're diving straight into the good stuff. The top 10 career paths where skills like your creativity and your ability to communicate are actually your biggest assets.
All right, let's jump right in. First up, we've got the communicators and the strategists. Think about a business analyst. They're kind of like a translator, right? They bridge that gap between what the company wants to do and what the tech team actually needs to build. Then you have IT project managers. They're basically the conductors of the orchestra, making sure everyone's in sync and the projects get done on time. And technical writers? Oh man, they have the superpower of taking really complex tech and making it so simple that anyone can understand it. So crucial.
Okay, now for all you creative minds out there, UX/UI designers. These are the architects of our digital world. They're completely obsessed with making websites and apps feel intuitive, just good to use. And then you've got your digital marketing and SEO specialists. They're the storytellers and the navigators. They make sure a company's amazing product actually gets in front of the people who need it most. Without them, even the best tech is invisible.
Then we have the absolute guardians and fixers of the tech universe. Cybersecurity analysts are the digital defenders on the front lines, protecting all that precious data from threats. IT support specialists, they're the everyday heroes who swoop in and solve our tech headaches in real time. And you can't forget network admins and cloud coordinators. These are the folks quietly keeping the entire digital infrastructure, everything from the office Wi-Fi to the massive cloud servers running like a well-oiled machine so the rest of us can actually do our jobs. And check this out. This is the really new frontier. AI. The AI boom isn't just for engineers, not by a long shot. It's creating this huge need for roles like AI ethics specialists, people who have to make sure these powerful algorithms are fair and responsible, or AI UX designers who are trying to figure out how we as humans can interact with this powerful tech in a way that feels simple and natural. Honestly, this entire field is just wide open for people who don't code.
Okay, so we've seen the what, we've seen the jobs, but now let's get into the why. What's really driving this explosive growth for non-technical roles inside the tech industry?
This quote from our source material really nails it. It says, "A personal touch is what keeps products and services practical and easy to use." Think about that. As tech gets more and more automated, more complex, the value of that human touch, of empathy, of clear communication, of good design, it doesn't just stay the same, it skyrockets. And it really just boils down to these three big things. One, as tech gets more complicated, companies are desperate for people who can connect that technology to real, actual customers. Two, they've learned that the human touch is what makes or breaks a product. And three, diverse backgrounds are a huge asset. Your skills from business or writing or design, they're not just transferable, they are in super high demand. Your unique background is exactly what they're looking for. All right, so you're feeling inspired, you see the opportunity, but you're probably thinking, okay, what's the first step? Let's break down a super practical 4-step plan to help you get started on your journey into a non-coding tech career.
First off, and this is key, choose a path you're genuinely passionate about. Don't just pick what seems easy. Second, start learning the tools of the trade. Get familiar with software like Figma if you're into design, or Jira for project management. Third, and this is so important, build a small portfolio. Even just a simple case study or a little mock project shows what you can do, and that speaks way louder than any resume. And finally, make a human connection. Reach out on LinkedIn, but don't just send a blank request. Send a personalized note, maybe even showing a little project you did related to their company. That's how you stand out.
So, we've covered the what, the why, and the how.
We've totally busted that old myth that tech is just for coders. And we've uncovered this whole world of opportunity for strategists, for creatives, for communicators, for people like you. The only thing left to think about is, where do you fit in?
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this one thought. The tech industry isn't just built with lines of code. It's being shaped every single day by human ideas, by great design, and by clear communication. So the real question is, what role are you going to play in shaping it? Thanks so much for tuning in.